2025 Road to UMI's King of the Mountain starts today. Taking the car out and we're going to a practice event for autocross down at Dakota County Technical College here in Minnesota. It is a balmy 36 degrees right now for March. That's not bad. So get this thing fired up and head down there to have fun today. Sitting in line to start runs this morning. Haven't done this since September. So just trying to get back in the groove of things. It's cold out, windows are open, but heater's on, got my gloves. Wearing a few layers. We'll see whether or not the tires are hockey pucks all day. But yeah, getting ready for first run. Make sure I remember and know what I'm doing. Try the other course pretty early on here, just to immediately try to get my brain thinking about different things, since we got two courses today. I haven't been able to do that before, so might as well see if I can hop back and forth between courses and actually keep improving.
learn some things today about the car. Number one is cold weather. Can't get the rear tires to heat up and makes for some pretty atrocious brake hop. Especially trying to slow down on a short finish autocross shutdown area. And if it hops enough, we completely blow the freaking flange on the axle. Now, of course, I have spare parts for this, and of course, they're at home in the trailer. So, I got parts on the way so I can drive this dang thing home today, but it's like, boy. And actually, the way this thing is, that's a new failure for me. Usually I knock the splines out of the center of these. The fact that it broke that whole thing around the outside, that's crazy. But so anyway, there's some work to be done as far as I think trying to tune the suspension. We might have to try to make a decoupled 3-link for this car as well, if we can. Otherwise, I'm going to have to see if I can make some rear grip in a different way than mechanically, so that I can move that upper arm to give me a little more grip on the brakes instead of being pretty much maxed out for rear grip on throttle right now. So, but yeah, we'll wait for some parts to show up. All right, back home. Was able to get parts dropped off by the wife, and drove the car back home, no issues. So I just need to add that to my list of spare parts to get and figure out what I'm going to do as far as things to adjust to make sure that this car can improve the suspension again this year, because I know for sure that there's things I can do. And I want to make sure that I got all the spares and anything that can possibly break planned out for before going to King of the Mountain. And apparently I overlooked having spares for that axle drive. I thought I had one in that bucket that I brought with, and now that I realize I didn't, I remember that I used it when I saw one was about to fail last year and then just never reordered and made new ones. So gonna have to do that. But overall, today went pretty well. Kept getting faster and faster, and then it got super cold and windy in the afternoon. I didn't take any video in the afternoon of runs just because we were running the same courses, but it was really good to just jump back and forth and switch it up. Basically, it made sure that I wasn't getting too comfortable with one course constantly. And I mean, I lost count of how many runs I got. It was well north of probably 25 or 30 runs total today, which was real great. And definitely was able to see improvement as I went throughout the day, to the point where I was like, okay, well, this is about how quick it is, so now let's start trying weird stuff and see how it goes. I did not adjust my shocks at all today, which probably would have helped tune out a lot of the rear wheel lockup when slowing down at the end of a run. However, your shocks are supposed to be your fine tuning, and that to me tells me I probably need more spring on the front of this car, as well as being able to maybe make some adjustments on the rear suspension geometry. So going forward, I'm going to try to look into some of that stuff and figure out maybe what I want to do before the next event to get some more practice in.